Hey, well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Thursday morning training call for August 29th. And we've got some juicy stuff to share with you today. We had a really juicy directors call with a few new directors joining us, and looking forward to many of or all of you joining us on our Wednesday morning director call, where we incubate thoughts, share best practices, come up with, priorities that we think we ought to be shared with to the larger audience, including all of you. And we're going to do that today. And Robin is going to do a little bit of back office training, because the back office, LifeWave gives us such incredible business management tools. When I first got in this industry 35 years ago, nothing like this existed. We were flying blind.
Mountains of paper.
You had to, we had to call the company and order a genealogy, pay by the page, to have them express mail it to us at the end of the month so we could check through and see who's qualified, who's not. And now you just log into your back office and there it is. It's amazing. But before we jump into that, we just wanted to touch on the reality. 3 days and counting. We're in countdown mode for Punta Cana, and we're also in countdown mode for new rank recognition for people that upgrade their rank, new rank recognition at the conference in October. So actually we have just 3 days for both of those. So we had a couple of really cute stories that some of the leaders shared yesterday. And I don't know, Connie, are you on the line with us? Connie Lucas? If you are, raise your hand.
She's just joining.
Oh, good. So Connie's just joining us. Just perfect timing, Connie. If you want to unmute yourself, some people can have the points or can get the points to be in Punta Cana and don't know it. And when we were on the cruise a couple of weeks ago with our sponsor and Dr. Nicholas and Misty, I don't want to, I don't want to steal your story, Connie. You want to share what happened with your discussion with Dr. Nicholas a couple of weeks ago? Somebody said she's on. I don't see her.
I just admitted her.
Oh, okay. So, Connie, I just did an introduction for you if you're there.
Can you hear me now?
Great. You want to share what transpired with you and Dr. Nicholas when we were on the cruise a couple of weeks ago?
Sure. So Barry and I had a lot of fun hanging out with Dr. Nicholas and Dr. Misty, and as we were hanging around in Mykonos with Meredith Burkich, we got to chatting about, how fun it was to travel, the lifestyle business. He really wanted to have Misty and him traveling more with, supporting teams and whatnot. And I said, hey, so you're going to Dominican Republic? And he was like, no, I don't think I made it. He just wasn't even looking. And I don't want to say that just about him. I'm going to tell you that seems to be very common. As I was starting to, just the past few days since we were back, talk to people that I thought would be close, all of them said the same thing. No, I don't have enough points, because they're watching the points in the back office that are 2 weeks behind, not always updated. They're not doing their trackers. The trackers is huge. And so it wasn't just him. This was a really common theme. And so as we were talking, I said, well, have you held senior presidential director the entire 18 weeks? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, all right, well, that's 36 points right there. And then as we continued to discuss it, we discussed, how many people he had and who he might have put in the last few months. We discussed who he could upgrade. And all of a sudden the light bulb went off, and he looked at me and he goes, oh my gosh, we can totally do this. And so then they went to work to figure out who they could upgrade, what they could do, who they could enroll, those last few bits. And again, it wasn't just him. I mean, on Michael Jacob's team, there's several people. And, one, I want to give a great shout out to Terry and Fred Pachon, because the same thing. I think they just thought they didn't stand a chance. And I called her up Monday evening, and we started looking through her numbers, and because I had seen, looking in my reports, looking to see who in the reports was enrolling, and Barry really watches recent activity. And so we're looking at recent activity, and I know they've been working hard. So we started going through the list, and then we found some things that maybe weren't even on corporate. She called corporate. Corporate told her she did have the 60, so she started to get excited about that. Texted me last night and said, I put another 7 points in yesterday. So we're for sure. And she's just going to keep working through the tape, but they now expedited her, and Terry and Fred both went and expedited their passports because they didn't even have a current passport to go. So it's all that's just to say, if you really look and if you dig in, there are possibilities there. But you just, sometimes people just think, I can't do it, and they don't even try.
Well, that's awesome. That's such a great story. And we're so excited that we're going to be joining you and them and so many others on the cruise. Robin wants to share another story on the, excuse me, not the cruise.
We're mixed up.
On the incentive trip to Dominican Republic. But Robin had a similar experience with one of the leaders that's probably on this call that you're all familiar with. And I'll let Robin tell the story.
Okay, well, good morning, everyone. Yeah, this is, I love this time when people are just going for it. And I got a call from one of our leaders, and she was not really encouraged. We really wanted to go. And so I'm going to turn things over to Helen to share your story, my dear. You want to unmute and come on the screen?
Okay, yes, I am. I'm getting on the screen right now.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Hey, there
Hi,
you are.
hi, everybody.
Hey.
It's a happy day, 60 points. Woohoo! So, yeah, I had some things in my life that came up that were challenging, and it was hard to like stay focused or even maybe want to go. I was just going through some stuff that was difficult. So my like drive to go wasn't as on as other times, but I still had it going. I was still filling in my little points and all that. And then I called Robin because she said, call me and we'll chat about it. And she basically, just said one thing that helped me get clear that yes, I was going to take all the right actions to go. So the cool part is calling up your friends who you brought in and saying, I'm here. Robin encouraged me. This is what we do. People helping people. I'm looking to earn the Punta Cana trip. And so for you, upgrading from gold to diamond would get me 4 points. And so I did that. 4 people said yes, and they were so happy. And I offered them an incentive too, just like Robin and Gregory are generous. So I would be getting some money from that, upgrade from gold to diamond. And I was generous with them. So it was a win-win. They were happy. They were happy to help me. So I just want to say, I love how happy people are when they help you. And I love how happy I am when I help them. So,
And Helen,
and
you
I'll see
left
you
out,
in Punta Cana.
you left out an important part of the story. How many points did you get on that one day?
What was it? 25, right?
25 points in
In
one
one day.
day.
That's
And
called
here she was
love.
thinking, well, I don't know if I can make it. Maybe I can. And, all excuses are equal. But when she buttoned down and took a look at it and went for it, that's
Yeah.
such a cool story.
So
So
cool.
I think
I'm so grateful.
the moral of the story, you or someone in your group may be close. It may be reachable. There's, 3 days and so I'm going to turn it over to Robin because Robin's going to, give some practical training on the reports that she uses to coach people and to manage our own business.
Okay, well, thank you. And that was so fun, Helen. I loved it.
I'm going to mute mine so you can unmute yours.
Okay. Okay. All right. Oops.
There we go.
Okay, there we go. So I'm going to show just a few things, and this is really for everyone. This will be especially helpful for people that are either going for recognition to rank up and people that are going for more points, but this is truly what everyone should be looking at. So I'm going to share my screen and take a look at a back office. Oops, that's not it. Sorry about that. How do I undo that? Stop share. Stop share. I pulled up the wrong thing. Hold on a second. Trying to find. Okay, let's start again here. Thought I did personally enrolled. Oh, that was. Hold on one second. I thought I had it all ready, but I will find out. Okay.
So, and while Robin's getting the report ready, there is a recording in our LifeWave YouTube.com with Connie doing a similar training from a month or two ago called Squeezing the Juice. And she goes over 3 different reports, 2 of which Robin is going to go over again with you. Repetition's the mother of skill. So, and you all need to know about this, no matter what size, whether you're brand new today and, or you've been around for months or years. This is a couple of very valuable basic reports that you need to know about.
Okay.
There we go.
So here we are. What I've done is I've gone into the back office under organization and personally enrolled. And this is one of the most valuable tools for everyone to look at in your business for many reasons. You're always wanting to find out, if there's orange triangles or there's red triangles. So you make a courtesy call to keep people active. But right now, what we're looking for is, because we have this deadline, we're looking for points. Okay. And ranking up also. So what this is I went to organization, personally enrolled, and so we can't see the names here, but what we're looking.
Normally you can, but Robin has compressed
I've compressed the fields, and all you need to do, this is a screen, is put your cursor here and you can squeeze. So if you want to look at a lot of things at once, you can squeeze them. So what I want to do is look at who is possible for getting a different pack that will give you points because you get points from personally enrolled people. So you go to the paid rank and you click on it and it will sort. Now it sorts by the lowest for highest, but if you pick it again, it'll go highest to lowest. So now we have 2 managers here. We have some diamonds. Oh, there's a platinum. And the platinum, this is a courtesy call because the platinum pack will no longer exist as of September 30th. So many of us have reached out to people to say, our platinum kit is no longer going to be available as of September 30th. And you can upgrade to diamond for $600 and get $750 in product. If you do it before the 1st, you're helping you and you're helping me because it'll help me get points to earn a trip. They could do it later, but people like to help people. So reaching out to that person and letting them know. Now, look at all these golds. Golds can become diamonds too. And I didn't add up what the value was on that one. But for $1,100, they get a ton of value. And they could do that later. But that's points. And you can, a lot of times reaching out to people saying, I'm going for this trip and every little point helps. And if you need more product and want to upgrade, that will make a big difference to me. And so there's golds. Now there's a whole bunch of silvers. Silver's going to gold gives you 2 points. So again, here's more opportunity. And then you also have bronzes, and bronzes to silver get you 1 point. And so, and then you can also now know that you can go from 25 to 50. And then you have a whole bunch more people. Now we get into customers. Now, there may be some customers that are sharing that it is truly in their best interest to become a brand partner, and you can reach out to them also, and they can upgrade to a silver and you get a point. So here's where you can get a lot of points. And Helen, she cranked it. And Dr. Nicholas, when he looked, he had it in the bag. He just didn't know it. And so taking a look at where you're at. Now, another really important, this is organization and personally enrolled. And as a sponsor, it's our responsibility to look at this report every week. And when you're looking at people, like, see these orange triangles? What that means is by the end of next Sunday, they will go inactive and lose their points. So giving a courtesy call every week on Thursday, Friday, Saturday to look at this report and see who in your team, because a lot of people don't understand what it means to be active and what happens when you're not active and how you lose those points. And we don't want people who say they want to really develop an income to lose points. So this is part of our responsibility as a sponsor to do that. Now, another thing that you want to look at, because ranking up is another part of the process. So you go to organization and upcoming rank promotions, and you click on that. And so I will squeeze these so you can so we have privacy for these people. So this is where what we know is you get points for ranking up. So manager and it has to be your first time ranking up to that position. And so I know that this first person has not been a director yet, and he's 79% there. So here again, reaching out to that
Senior
person.
director.
No,
Oh.
he's not been a
Next
director
pay
yet.
rank, excuse me.
He's not been a director yet.
Yep.
And who knows how many points for director? Anyone know? I know it's 2 for manager. It's more for director. So look at this. There's 3 people that are in the 70s, and I'm not going to click on this because it will reveal names, but I call this the driver's license. You click on this one and you can go from here and you can look at upcoming upcoming rank, and it'll tell you exactly what they need to get to that next rank. And again, as the sponsor, you get to make a courtesy call for that one. Now, the third thing I want to show, and then we'll open up for questions, is under commissions and volumes. Now, this is a tab that and I'll be honest, that I didn't know what all these things meant. And I was kind of naive, but this is one of the most important reports to use with your people all the time. So what we're looking at, in order to become a senior director, which if you have anyone that's close to senior director, they earn the trip. So I'm going to go through each one of these columns because I didn't know what they were for a long time. And I finally reached out to Dr. Nicholas, said, would you explain this to me? And then once I learned, I went, oh my gosh, this is something to look at all the time. And so we're on a weekly cycle, and the green X is active, and here's the current rank. PV over 110 once a month. If you have over 110, the company will take that extra and put it in your pay leg. And so this is your personal purchases plus your customers. If you have a lot of customers, you have a really big number here, and you get a nice pay raise at the beginning of the month. So this is the rolling 31 PV, like I said, and anything that is blue is, and I'm not going to open it up because it does share names there, is your purchases and your customers, but it is a live link. You can click on it and see exactly where the volume's from. So now let's look at previous LV and RV. And again, I didn't know what this was for a long time. So if some of you out there are like me, it's okay. It still works. But previous LV and RV is the volume on your left side and right side that carries forward as long as you're active that you did not yet get paid on. And again, that's the reason to continue to stay active, because those points continue to accumulate. The period left and right volume is what's going on this week on the left leg and the right leg. This is current volume. Now, when you add up the previous plus the period, you get the total. The total left and right volume is where you calculate or get your cycle bonuses. Every, what's the word I want? every 330 and 660, you take the shorter leg and divide it by 330, you take the bigger leg and divide it by 660, and that will tell you how many cycles you earn that week. Now, the GVU is one of the important things that people don't know what it is, and it's really important when you're moving through the ranks. You don't need to know about this much until you're going for senior director. For senior director, you need 10,000 points. It means group, volume, unilevel. A lot of this volume that comes in may not be included in the GVU because it's what we call spillover. It's volume that you get from your team above you that goes below you, because we build a binary with two teams. And so this is your unilevel volume, which means it's all the people you sponsored and all the people they sponsored. That's the group volume unilevel. So you can see this person has presidential volume on the way to senior presidential. She needs 200,000 for that, but she's got to have 2 directors and 200,000 points. So I wanted to make sure that everyone knows to look at this number, because, and the other thing that I look at when I'm looking at people's back offices with them, I'm always looking for trends. I'm looking for trends in the period LV and RV. You know, is the volume growing, slowing, staying the same? You know, here we have 36, 33, 35, 37, where the week's not over yet. So they're on an upward trend here. And this one is 7, 6, 6, 8, 7. So it's back to an upward trend here. You know, 62, 66, we're not at the end of the week yet. So what you want to envision, and this is where I like to work with intention, is when you look at your numbers, envision that these keep growing. You know, there's no such thing as a straight line, but the trend is what we're looking for. Are you moving forward? So I'm going to stop the screen share and I'm going to open up for questions and see if anyone has any questions about what I've shared today. And I did promise I am going to do screenshots and show some more detailed back office training in the future. And I'll do it with screenshots. The company has not been able to provide us with a test account. So I have to makeshift and, you know, and give privacy to people. I don't want to be, you know, showing people's personal back office. So if you have a question or a comment, please raise your hand or unmute your line. Okay. Eva.
Good morning, Robin.
I can't hear
Can you
you,
hear me?
hon. Want to turn up your volume?
You're unmuted,
Okay.
but we can't hear you.
Can you
Why
hear
don't you
me?
turn up your volume?
It's up.
Still can't hear you. Okay.
I can hear her, Robin.
You want to write it in the chat? The
Robin,
question,
I can hear her.
since we're
Can
not
you
able to
let me
hear
try
you?
again? Can you hear me now? You
I
guys
know
can
that's
hear me?
mysterious. So your volume's all the way
We
up?
can all hear
It's
you.
not a volume issue.
Okay.
We can hear you.
It's not?
No, you can't adjust your input volume. It's your output volume. That
Yeah,
doesn't
her
matter.
output volume might be low.
Well,
How
that-
about-
I don't think
Stop us from
Gregory,
hearing her.
I don't think Gregory and Robin can hear
Okay.
anybody.
I'm gonna go to the chat. Okay. Why don't you put your question in the chat and we'll go to Leon and Renee.
Good morning. Can you guys hear me?
I don't think they're hearing anybody. Hold on,
Oh,
I'll text
you know what?
them.
It's
All
your
of us
volume.
can hear you.
Oh,
Okay. It was a volume issue.
it was
It
our
was
volume issue.
issue.
Okay, what's going on? I'm on volume. Why wouldn't I
No.
hear? Okay, they were hearing me.
Wait a second.
We'll figure this out.
Okay.
It's
there we-
us. We
It was
confess.
Robin. It wasn't us. It was us.
It's a little tricky when you're doing dueling laptops here.
Yeah.
Okay, let's start with Eva and then we'll go to Leon and Renee.
Okay, so can you share with me where you look in the back office to confirm when you have enough customer personal volume between yours and your customers that you potentially don't need to make a monthly order?
Yes, that was in the 31 day rolling volume. It's under commissions and volumes. And you look
Mhm.
under the tab that says 31-day rolling volume. And in that column, if it says more than 55, you are not required to place an order to keep your points. If you're a manager or above, you need 110 in that column. And that's a combination of your purchases and your customers. And if you have 110 in there, you're not required to make any purchases to maintain your status and to keep your volume.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Leon and Renee.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Okay,
Good
my question is with regards to the GV uni level. You mentioned that, is that like the accumulation of volume from when you first started until now? Or is
Oh,
it just monthly?
That's monthly. It's a rolling 31 days. And so you'll notice when you look at that on Monday, it's kind of a lot lower because it's only 3 weeks plus a Monday. But as the week goes on, it grows and grows and grows.
So they chop off a week, it's 4 weeks,
It's 4 weeks.
you're not 31 days.
Yeah, 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so for promotions, for example, you're like, they say like to be an executive director, you have to have like 50,000 points in your GVU. So does that mean that by the end of this month,
Okay, by the end
that's
of
over?
the Sunday night at it's midnight Central Time. I'm not sure why it's Central Time, but it's Sunday night at midnight Central. That number needs to be 50,000. to
And
get
the reason
paid.
it's midnight is because in Central Time is because that's where the software company is.
Oh,
Ah, okay.
great. Thanks,
All right.
Liz. And
Thank
so,
you.
so yes.
Oh, my alarm was going off. That's okay. Don't.
Okay.
I
Great.
know, I'm gonna do that, hon.
Okay. Whoever is
Yeah, we got that.
okay, great. Who else has questions? These are really good, you guys. And you know, when I
I'm Robin.
yes.
This is
Donna.
Donna. Will you have a replay of this call?
Yes.
And where would I find that?
All the replays are found in our YouTube channel, liveyoungeryoutube.com, usually the next day.
Okay, because this point thing, I've been so confused with it. So you kind of helped. And I know that people were saying you need to keep another track for the points and not just look at your back office. But I kind of had given up on thinking I would even be close. But now I'm thinking, well, I'll go see if I can do a little more research and find out.
Let me just clarify something you said, Donna. You need to track your punta points. The company's volume points are absolutely accurate, but the punta points are like 10 days or 2 weeks behind. And so it's the punta points that are not why you have to keep your own tracker. And the tracker is found, and I was talking to Helen this morning. I'm on my 3rd tracker because I've written so many notes and like, okay, who do I need to call? Who do I need to upgrade? What's happened? And, you know, I do it in pencil, but my eraser wasn't really great. This is just a little reality. I'm on my 3rd punta tracker. And this one's nice and clean because we're getting really close and I want to make sure everything is accurate because, you know, people that said whatever. But that is the tracker you want to keep. You want to have your own points on. Okay.
Yeah, I've not done that, but and so you can just tell that to the company and they will.
Well, if
confirm?
there's any discrepancy when they give the final numbers of who's qualified and you have got your tracker, you just do a screenshot and send it to them and they'll validate it and you will qualify. If you are, you know, what happened to me is I looked at the company points and I looked at my own points and I went, uh-oh, I gave myself credit for a diamond upgrade that it was
Second level.
it was 2nd level. And so those 4 points didn't count, even though I helped do the upgrade. It wasn't a personally sponsored person. And so you want to keep track, put the date and the name and what happened, and it walks you through. It's in Live Younger Success under What's New under Punta Cana. And that's where you'll find the Punta Cana tracker. And I recommend everyone that is going for that to make sure that you fill that out. Okay, Eva, Gregory wants-
I want to say one thing before you come on, Eva. The Punta Cana tracker, as we discussed yesterday in director's call, I think the company's done a spectacular job in identifying those income business building activities that are necessary to grow your business in LifeWave and made it the qualifications for the incentive trips. So whether you're going for Punta Cana or not, I'd encourage everybody to track those business building activities. And oh, by the way, the next incentive trip, which is probably going to start as of October 1st, we know it's going to be announced at the conference. And last year they announced that, that they backdated it to the beginning of the month. So everybody really should be focused on those rank advancements, rank maintenance, new enrollments, and upgrades, because those are all point generating activities and business building activities, whether you're close to the goal, can achieve the goal, or maybe you missed Punta Cana this cycle. But we do 2 of these incentive trips a year. And if you focus on these income generating, business building, point generating activities, you're going to be at the next trip with us. So go ahead, Eva.
Can you guys share for the new people and just maybe some tips for people maybe didn't know, is like once you become manager, how you can take advantage of the cycling payment by after you become manager, if you start putting more people on one leg to make your 660 volume, you get there's a little ratio there that would help people get more pay.
Okay. So in the back in Live Younger Success, under Business Basics, there's a tab called Compensation Plan. And Gregory does a really clear, succinct description of the comp plan. And then there's all the tools that go with it that walk everyone through each step of the comp plan. So when you become a manager, you open it when you personally sponsor someone on each leg that's a bronze or above currently. In the future, it'll be one patch, not even a bronze. You actually open up the binary plan, which allows you to get binary cycle bonuses. Okay, Gregory's showing you where this is on Live Younger Success under the comp plan. And then this first video here is where he goes through, it's about 30 minutes long. And then as he scrolls down, you will see the first thing is to binary qualify. That opens up the cycle bonuses. And every time you have any multiple of 330 and 660, you get a $50 cycle bonus. Then the next level is becoming a manager. We have 2 personally sponsored. Oh, look at that. You already changed it?
No.
Oh, okay, not yet. Well,
It says silver.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
says silver, but when you have 2 personally sponsored silvers,
Active
this is
silvers.
active silvers is really important. And you have 110 in PV with the gold kit. And again, after September 30th, this will all be different. And so Gregory, I guess you get to redo that video.
Yeah.
And then it opens up the next level of the plan, which allows you to earn matching bonuses on your people that have achieved binary bonuses. And for some people, that's the biggest part of the pay, is the matching bonuses. Everyone's structure is a little bit unique to them, but if you go through this, I think you'll get a lot of clarity on all of those details you asked about, Eva.
Liz, do you want to comment on that?
No, I was just going to say that I will get this video up today into the liveyoungeryoutube.com. And it will be under the Thursday 30 minutes of business is where you'll find this recording.
Great. Okay. Thank you so much, Liz, for all that you do. Okay, Leon and Renee.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot to ask about this. With regards to the new compensation plan, the people who are bronze, if they don't upgrade to silver, will they just be a starter kit? I mean, the $25.
They'll still be a brand partner, but the term bronze, silver, gold's going away.
Right, right.
So they'll be a brand partner, and the next step for them is to become a manager. So the
Okay,
fact-
but okay, while they are bronze, will they make money on the PIB and the
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
As long as they
Okay.
have 2 active people under them that
Right.
they personally sponsored. Correct.
That's for the,
Oh,
no, that's for the
The new
cycle
plan.
bonus. For PIB, they just have to have 55 points of be qualified, an active brand partner, and they'll be paid their PIB and their customer bonuses.
oh wow, that's good. And then if they have, let's say, one person on the left, one person on the right, they will still get paid on the binary.
Correct. With 55 PV, they're going to
Uh-huh.
start accumulating their volume, and as soon as they get 330 and 660, you know, they'll cycle one time.
Okay, so now if they want to upgrade, will they pay 175 or will they pay 300?
We only know about the platinum for sure, but my guess is they won't be able to upgrade at this point.
Yeah, they
but
will. They'll be able to upgrade in the new, and it's not a new compensation plan, it's new packs. There's a
Right,
few
right.
changes in the comp plan, but they'll be able to, bronze will go away. So brand partners that haven't achieved the manager level, you know, will be able to buy the silver pack for, and they're now, what's the new name for it? Well,
Core.
get their-
It's
Of
core.
yes.
yeah, they'll be able to either buy that pack or just accumulate volume, their lifetime accumulated volume. They might get promoted. There'll be a lot of people probably promoted to manager because their lifetime accumulated volume is going to be enough to push them up to manager.
So they
And-
don't even have to buy the starter. I mean, as long as they have the 300 points.
Correct.
Exactly.
Oh,
Which
wow,
doesn't
okay.
prohibit them from buying that pack and getting the discount.
They've made it a lot easier for people to be managers and directors, and
Yeah.
a lot more volume is going into the tree, so people will be making cycle bonuses quicker.
So we'll dig
Right.
more into that as we get closer
Yeah,
to,
when we get
to the end
closer.
of October, September, when it goes into effect.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify because there are a lot of bronzes, you know,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
just wanted to make sure I could explain that to them.
It's
because
no
they've got, like,
detriment to them. There's no, you know, they're not losing anything. In fact, they're gaining because they might be able to move up to
Right.
manager because they've been a bronze for a long time, buying $100 a month of product or 100 BV. They theoretically be promoted to manager, you know, when these new changes go in effect.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're
Yeah, sure.
welcome.
Good question. Liz, go ahead, please.
I think to simplify things, currently we are in a pack-driven model. And come September 30th, we move to a volume-driven model
Great. Thank you, Liz. That's
for starters.
and it's lifetime volume, which
Mhm.
is very cool. Because
Mhm.
you have someone who's been on auto ship with X39 for several months. Guess what? They've got the qualifying volume to be a manager.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay. Well, I don't see any more hands up. So on Thursday mornings, we typically do, a training topic, and then we open up for a business Q&A about anything about the business. So we can complete our training for today and then open up if there's any questions about anything business related. We are here to support you.
Mhm.
And there's several hands that went up. Okay, Eva,
Our inquisitive one.
yay.
Gregory, multiple times you say on calls, be here 1 year from now, be here 5 years from now. So I'm brand new to network marketing, and so when you say that, I don't know, I have an idea, but can you just like go more detail of what that might look like so I can create my long vision? Or for the new people coming on, because what
I'd be
does
happy
that mean? I have an idea, but
Oh,
share
that's
your
a
detail.
wonderful
It's
question,
like,
Eva.
let me give an analogy. Be here a year from now. If you're out camping and you had a frying pan full of popcorn and you're shaking it over the fire, and it takes a year for the popcorn to pop, okay? You know, you're sitting there shaking, nothing's happening, but you keep, reaching out, piquing interest, sharing information, following up, doing the basic core business building activities. Pretty soon the popcorn starts popping. And it might take a year for that popcorn to pop, but when it starts popping, it's going pop, 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 pop. So it just means you just got to go through the process. It's a difference between, it's also been analogized, you're planting grass versus planting trees. You plant grass in 3 days, you can see the sprouts. In 2 weeks, you got to mow it. You plant a tree and you go, where is it? But trees last forever or long for, where the grass doesn't. So, Angela's new with your hand up. You want to say something? I see Liz with your hand up too, but I'm going to call on Angela first. And if you want to unmute. Well, Liz, you're unmuted, so go ahead.
I'm unmuted now.
There she goes. Hi, Angela.
Hi. So I'm just trying to understand, because I've had some people asking me if they are platinum now, if they have the platinum pack now, can they upgrade from the platinum pack to the diamond pack after the change happens?
No.
Yeah.
That option disappears.
That option goes away on September 30th.
Okay.
That's why it's important for everyone to go into your back office and do a sort in your personally enrolled people and find out if you have any platinums, and just make that courtesy call and let them know that that option to upgrade will no longer be available after September 30th.
Okay. So if they are a gold now, would they be able to upgrade to the top pack?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay. So whatever the difference is in terms of cost. So any platinums can't upgrade, but golds can.
Correct.
Okay.
September 30th.
Silvers and golds will have the option to upgrade, but no one else.
Well, brand partners.
Brand partners, yeah.
Yeah.
And the
What do you mean?
documents are
What do you-
in
what do
the
you mean by
liveyoungersuccess.com, what's new. And that's all right there about the upcoming pack changes.
Great. Thank you, Liz. Did you have anything else, Liz, before we go to Jim?
I do.
Okay, great.
I've got two things. First of all, Robin, I'm going to let you go through the reminder of what's going to happen with the renewals. And then Gregory, if you want to talk about the event tickets.
Okay, thank you, Liz. Okay, the company has instituted an annual renewal fee. It's the anniversary date, the month and day of when you joined. So once a year, you will get notice starting 30 days prior to that. It'll be a pop-up in your back office. You will get several emails. You'll have plenty of opportunity to make that $25 annual renewal that will keep your account active. If someone is on auto ship and they do not renew, they will become a preferred customer. If they choose to not renew, they will be removed from the binary tree and leave their position. And this is a really good thing. We have been wanting this since we started with the company. It will clean up the database tremendously. A lot of inactive people that have blocked you from, first level, second, third level matches will go away that haven't been active. So it's a really healthy thing for many reasons, and it puts the company in safe regulatory arena also.
And in fact, I don't know about all of you, but we just received a notice from the company, I think this went out to everybody, letting them know that September 1st, this renewal program goes into effect. So I would suppose that around September 28th, Robin and I will get a notice because we enrolled on October 28th, 2018. So that's when we will get our notice, but that's when our renewal will be due on October 28th. So we should start getting notices 30 days prior to our renewal date.
And you'll get several notices the month before and several notices the month of. So there
And in fact, when you log into your back office, once you're in that 30-day renewal, there's going to be a drop down. It's going to get in your face every time you log into your back office saying, it's time to renew. And you just click there, answer a couple of questions. If you have a credit card on file, you just click yes, and boom, over and done.
it's done. And if you're using that pay, using the wallet from your back office, you can use that also. And then the other part that Liz asked about
Well,
the.
I don't
well,
see
no,
what these guys' questions are, because it
ye-
might be relevant to what you just
Okay.
talked about.
Well, Jim, you want to go next and we'll come back to the tickets.
Well, Jim's had his hand up first.
Yeah, I
Oh,
said
Jim, you just said Jim. There's two Jim, Jim and Jim.
Jim Maver and then Jim Gilland.
Jim number 1 and Jim number 2.
So you can just call me the sugar daddy.
All right, sugar
And
daddy.
then you can say Jim.
I thought it was
the other
Sugar
one.
Man. Okay.
Yeah, sugar man. So I just want to answer Rose's question.
Uh-huh.
I think she's doing everything right. But I was one of those popcorn analogies. I got on all things. I had a core group, but you always keep talking to people. You always mention it, no matter where you are. You could be at a picnic, you could be camping, you could be in line at the grocery store. You just meet somebody like I did that came from Canton, Mayville, that went to Canton, Maine, not Mayville, Canton, Maine, and went to Florida and met a lady, introduced her, and next thing you know, within 5 days, we had signed up close to 10 people. And
Oh my gosh.
just exploded from there. So you never know who you're going to talk to that knows somebody that will change your life. I mean, it really changed my life because the people that I have met really have changed my life. And I have changed their life in feeling so much better, enjoying life. That is the priceless part of LifeWave when you change someone's life.
Beautiful.
Thank you, Jim. And it's been so fun watching your business blossom and how excited you are. And you've got a team all over the place now. Yes.
Jim number 2.
Okay, so I'll keep mine quick. Someone's a platinum.
Uh-huh.
We have the change. Do they go back to they stay at the core level? Where do they go? They don't go up. They go back out. They go nowhere.
The levels are going to be driven by volume now. So whatever, if they've done their, lifetime cumulative volume of 300, they're going to be a manager. And they won't be able to buy the big pack, but they can buy as much product to do with whatever they want. But they won't have the benefit of buying the bigger pack to get the discount on the product. It has no impact on the comp plan anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just looking, I did the search, like, how many platinums? I only have like 2 platinums.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so,
But it's worth it to, that's a courtesy call that they'll really appreciate. Because when I did the numbers and the people I called, it's like, really? $750 in product for 600? That option will be gone as of September 30th.
Yep.
So it's a courtesy call. And I'm looking in the chat and I'm seeing Eva ask her question with a little more clarity. And Eva, what's going, when we started with LifeWave, Eva said I was maybe thinking a little more detail of what it looks like if we are here a year from now, based on where the company's going. So when we started, Eva, X39 had just come out. The company was pretty flat with their sales, about 2 million a month. And when we kept staying with it, this is now we're going into our 6th year, but the company has grown 20-fold. So we have personal momentum, we have team momentum, and we have company momentum. Our company is in a very significant growth curve right now. So if everyone sticks around, you get to ride that wave. That doesn't mean you're catching the wave unless you're building your business, but it's a really exciting time with the company growth to have your personal growth. So it's absolutely worth staying around. Gregory, you want to add to that?
No, I think that covers it. pretty well.
Okay, great. Okay,
Angela again.
Angela.
Yeah, me again. Okay, so just looking at this, because we all talked about being manager makers and that, you get to manager, become a manager maker. But with the bar really being lowered, it almost looks like that now we're getting to director and become director makers.
We've talked about that. I think we're going to see a lot more managers and consequently a lot more directors very rapidly. And we've actually given some thought to the Wednesday directors call. It's going to be so easy to get director. Get there soon because we may raise the bar on that call to senior director.
Or executive.
Or
Yeah.
senior.
Yeah, I'm just thinking that, it's not a reach like it was before.
Correct.
Right.
And so it's like the next reach actually at this point is director, which is going to feel maybe a little bit more harder than manager, but not much.
Correct.
And that becomes the brick in the wall, so to speak.
One of the nice things about that, people achieve a rank sooner because the silver, gold, platinum, diamond titles go away. They weren't really ranks, they were titles. Okay. And now we're going to be rank driven: manager, director, senior manager, executive director. And it's going to be easier to move through the ranks with some benefits and recognition that goes along with that.
I agree with you, Angela. Yep. Yep. Thank you. Jada. Well, nice to see you or hear you. Where are you?
There we
You
are.
want to unmute? You're still on mute, hon. There you go.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, yes, I did forget to unmute. I've been wondering when will it be a good time for me to come out, and this is the good time. This is a good time. But and Robin, you know my story, health challenges, and still have some health challenges, but I'm way over, the storm. I'm through the storm. But I want to encourage people. Greg talked about the popcorn.
Yeah.
Well, I'm the popcorn. I am the popcorn.
You're popping.
I was excited, so excited. I was on the road when I first got in this thing almost 3 years ago. I'm popping almost 4 years ago. Then this health challenge. And then, you go through the pity party. And then you start coming back up. And then something hits you again, pity party. Well, I lost a lot of points, over 300,000. The company did give it back to me because of a courtesy, one-time courtesy of losing the points. They will give it back to you. Well, I lost them again, but I said, that's okay because I'll get them back the same way I did the first time. It's harder this time, but I'm going to get there. But I appreciate you two for being the team leaders that you are, the encouragers that you are, the know-with-all that you are, because I keep coming back because I'm holding on to you all.
Oh,
and I know as long as I hold on to you all, I'm not going to fall. I'm going to get there. But my dream is coming back, and this is one thing I want to stress to people, because when I go out and see people see me, that would keep me from talking to them about these patches. I get emotional because I felt that they saw me. How can they believe that I've got a product that's going to help somebody else? But I had a nurse that was there when I was going through this. And she said, Jada, if you didn't have that patch on, you would be worse. Look at you, look around you, and look how good you look. And she said, do not stop sharing this because of your condition. You don't know what anybody else is going through.
Right.
She said, they don't know what you've gone through. They don't know what you've overcome. And
Well,
so that's what keeps me holding on to Robin and Greg. But I
no,
want to be on one of those cruises with you guys.
Uh,
I want to be where you all are, the rest of the team. So thank you guys. I wanted to come out and I want to let people know I just lost again a couple months ago, over 100,000 points. I just lost again, but I try to stay off of that and just stay focused on still getting better,
mhm.
being consistent, and knowing that one day my popcorn is gonna pop out. Woo!
yay.
Out of
Oh,
boxes. Okay,
my
thank you all.
Well, Jada, when I saw your name, I got very happy because you have been through a lot. This woman is resilient. Oh my gosh. And a lot of people would not be where she is today without her resilience. So I'm thrilled that you're doing really well. And those points, they keep coming back. You've been in a while and the points accumulate. And isn't that wonderful? So congratulations. And I see your popcorn popping. All right.
Thank
Wonderful.
you. Love you guys. Thank you.
Tim, you've got your hand up again, and then KJ.
Yeah, so it's going to be point driven. So we have a lot of directors on this call here today.
Uh-huh.
And so September 31st, if we have the points, will we go to senior director or executive director?
You gotta have structure to
So it's still a structure basis.
yeah, to get to senior director, you need to have
You need two directors
two
and
directors.
10,000
Yeah.
points. And in the past, it was that rank was one of the toughest ones to get to by getting those two directors. And it'll be way easier now, like way easier. We're going to see a lot more senior directors. Many people skip over senior director. And we skipped over actually 2 ranks because we didn't have that second director. But with the points, people will get there way quicker and we'll see a lot more senior directors. But you do need 2 directors to get there and to move through the plan.
So the rank and the
Thank you.
structural requirements don't change once you get to director and beyond.
Right. And Gregory, the whole reason for the date starting September 30th is because that's the beginning of a new pay period. It's not because they just picked something. If they started it October 1st, which that'd be a Tuesday. Well, our comp plan pays out Monday through Sunday. So that's why September 30th.
Great. Thanks, Liz. Okay, KJ.
Okay, my name is Kathy, and I've just kind of jumped into this recently, and I'm joining everything I can find, and this is really helpful as far as understanding the back office and such and so. And I understand kind of what you're saying as to where the company is going with the ranks, and now I understand, not completely, but the points and the volumes and stuff like this. But what you said, what I don't understand, and again, I'm a gold, that's what I went in as. And I've got like 2 other people that I think are also under me in gold. I'm learning the binary system on the right and the left and all that. But what is the difference between like a gold, because I'm a gold, but I have no rank. Okay, but I'm considered a brand partner, but what does that mean in the scheme of things?
Okay, it means you purchased a gold kit. And
Yes.
this is where the company's making some changes because in many other network marketing companies, the terms silver, gold, platinum, diamond are ranks. And in our company, they're kits. So people are confused. So now we changed the name of the kits to alleviate that confusion. And you're a brand partner once you have, in the current compensation plan, once you have 2 personally sponsored bronzes and above, you actually can become a manager. And that is your first rank. And so right now, you just, the important thing, and this is where and many of you have heard my story. Years ago, I asked Gregory to explain the comp plan. He said, do you want to know the comp plan or do you want to know how to make money? They're not the same. So it's not so important to learn the comp plan if you continue to do the income producing activities of inviting people, sharing the resources, doing follow-up calls, doing three-way calls, and enrolling people. You will move yourself through the comp plan. And what Gregory taught me years ago is when you get paid, that's how you learn the plan. You go through your commission in the back office and you take a look at where it came from. That's how you learn the plan. And so, Gregory.
And I just want to say, I promise that between now and September 30th, we'll put together a really simple but comprehensive training with the new packs, you know, and the impact it's going to have for people like you're suggesting, Kathy. Okay, you're a gold. Where does that put you in the grand scheme of things and how it relates to you? So we haven't totally grokked the whole situation, all the questions. All I know, it benefits everybody. And we're going to see a lot of people moving on to manager and unlocking the matching bonuses a lot quicker.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Good question. So we're at the top of the hour. I see no more hands up. So
we did it.
I think that we could call this complete. And,
Gregory, you have one more item to cover.
Oh, the tickets.
Oh, the tickets. Yeah, let me share my screen one more time. And so hit share, and I'm going to go back to Live Young. I'm just going to Safari. There's a new website. Thank you, Liz. Well, there's a new URL. It's Live Younger Events.
Spell it right, hon.
I should spell it right?
Yeah.
LiveYoungerEvents.com. And this is the new, right now, this is a Live Younger ticket exchange for the convention. And let me shrink my screen a little bit. Hold on a second. So we now have a place where people, if they have tickets available for sale and you or someone on your team wants to buy a ticket, check in here. I see we've already got a few transactions that have occurred. You know, that tickets were available. Here's a tickets, 3 tickets were transferred, and here's one more.
It's working.
You know, oh, well, this is not a ticket available. This is a room looking available. But so this is the ticket exchange, and where you.
You're muted.
You just muted yourself.
Gregory.
Hello, you're muted.
Robin closed
asking
her
him to
computer, and
unmute.
we were using her microphone. So sorry, whatever you missed. But so this is a new place to go. If you or you know somebody looking for a ticket, look here. If you have a ticket or you know somebody has a ticket, have them post it here, and it'll be quickly gobbled up and sold. Any question on that?
The URL again is Live Younger Events, EVENTS.com.
Perfect. Okay, well, with that being said, thank you everyone for being part of this call, and thank you, Liz, for getting it up quickly. It takes Zoom about an hour to process before we can even post it. And then it takes Liz, it takes another hour or two to upload it into YouTube. So there's a process, but we'll get this up as quickly as we can. Thank you, Liz. And thank you everyone for chiming in and those with questions and contributions. And if you'd like to unmute and say farewell, there's a good time to do that.
Thank you,
Thank you, Greg and Robin.
Thank
See
you.
you all.
Thank you.
Yes,
Hi,
call.
Jim.
Great weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good
See
night.
you guys.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Thank you for everything.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Awesome call. Thank you.
Awesome.